The Academy of Robotics have created Car Go, a self-driving electric delivery vehicle. Yes, it's fully road legal and houses 12 cameras and a number of sensors to tell where it's going. Not to mention it features a slew of solar panels to constantly power and charge it up. Now, in this version of Car Go, there's space for an operator who's there to make sure everything's running well during a drive. And that'll eventually be phased out once they're able to remotely connect to the car with confidence. But even so, the company says it only takes one pass through an area before Car Go learns it, and then it can drive around comfortably with no help. We're told this thing can deliver up to 48 packages a day and hit up to 60 miles an hour. But we won't see that speed here, as we follow it through a local neighborhood during its trial run. It just looks like a really small racing car, like an Ariel Atom, but with just a whole load of green plasticky trim on it. But I guess it doesn't really matter about how it looks, it's about how it functions. And right now, it's functioning fine. It's going down the route, it's driving well, it's avoiding the parked cars. It's impressive. It almost looks like someone's driving it. It then completed its run of deliveries with no trouble at all. But this isn't the only vehicle they've created. The company needs a command base to control everything from as well, remotely connect to the car and make sure everything's going all right, intervene if need be. Well, they put that on wheels too. Inside is a system built to process what their cars see in real time. A driving seat so someone can manually take control of a car if need be, and even space for one to be loaded up and moved once it's done. But this was a late innovation. Before anything else, the company spent 3 years focusing on just the software.
Most cars are looking at the road, they look at one giant scene and then try to figure out what everything is doing. But when we are driving as humans, your eyes darting from there to that feature over there, you zoom in a bit, you zoom out, and you do all these little things. So we just simulated this in software where we make a cluster of AIs that all do little things, and then together they synchronize.
And how they train these AIs is not typical either. Instead of gathering tons of data to teach them, the company instead computates scenarios, faking many driving possibilities to teach the car. Now, this isn't the only self-driving delivery car out there. Over in the States, Neuro and Refraction AI also have their own vehicles, quite similar in the way they look, work, and drive about like Car Go does. But the company is looking to do more than just deliver to people's homes. We are on the RAF Bryce Norton base, watching as their car delivers items across the massive site. Now, for security reasons, the company couldn't scan the base as it normally would a neighborhood, but they've gotten around that. What they've done is that they've preloaded the bot with pre-existing data about other similar sites and fine-tuned it to this specific setup, like where certain places are and that a traffic light that's green here actually means stop. Weird that, isn't it? Anyway, that, coupled with the onboard cameras and sensors, means that it can go across the relatively unknown site without any pre-training. So this self-driving car has a lot of promise, potentially the future of delivery for consumers and businesses too. But with humans still needed to be behind the wheel for safety's sake, it may be a while before we see these swarming our roads.